Hi, and good morning. Welcome to June 19th. Tomorrow, June 20th, is Father's Day. And today, as a transformational life coach, I wanted to share with you how to create and celebrate a happy, healthy home from the inside out. Because if in our personal state we're not happy, no matter how beautiful our home looks on the outside, or it's all picked up and super nice, yes, it's going to bring a good feeling to us. But unless we really feel like we deserve that and really feel happy on the inside, it's going to be hard to embrace that beautifulness on the outside. I'm Jeannie Kelly. I'm a transformational life coach, and I coach people on how to create a happy home from the inside out. Because our spirit, our body, is our home for our spirit. And when our spirit's happy, everything works, and it's crazy how the outer world really defines what our inner world's like. You could tell if you came into my house right now that I'm in a state of transition. Well, my spirit is in a state of transition right now, so it doesn't surprise me that as I'm cleaning things out and getting things organized for a move, that there's some parts that are chaotic, which is what's happening inside of me, and some things that are really calm and peaceful, like being sitting here in this favorite corner of mine. So today I wanted to help you celebrate Father's Day, no matter what kind of a dad you have. So if you have the dad that's a hero, that's been highly involved in your life, tomorrow is a huge day to celebrate him. It's a huge day to celebrate him, because when you celebrate him, you're going to celebrate yourself. Because you're going to see all those good things that's in him that are in you. So I'm going to highly suggest whatever, if you bought him gifts, great. And if you've given him, you have a card for him, great. But I'm going to ask you to go deeper and really give light to his spirit. Give light to his spirit and say, Dad, you're my hero because every time I need something fixed, I come to you. You're there for the grandchildren, or you make me, when I'm around you, not you make me feel, right? Because then we're giving our emotions and everything him control. We want to stay in control of ourselves. So we say, when I'm around you, Dad, I feel stronger, or I feel safe because I know you're going to help me with my car issue, or I know you're going to help me with this. And because you help me, I get to stay in who I am, and you get to explode in who you are. So really come up with 12 things that really mean something to him versus just Happy Father's Day, here's gifts. And yes, if you give him a meaningful gift, it's going to make a difference. But our men are not always emotionally engaged. Men kind of run sometimes from that feeling of emotion or hearing these things. And it's so good for them. It's okay for them to feel uncomfortable. Dads, it's okay for you to feel uncomfortable. It is. When people are telling us good things about ourselves, sometimes it's really hard for us to accept it. So, dads, open your arms. These children love you. Your wife loves you. Open your arms and receive all the goodness that you're going to receive tomorrow. Okay? So make sure, I had hoped that I would have my card made for my dad. However, yesterday was kind of busy and I didn't have a chance to do that. I will probably post a little bit of it so you can see what I did tomorrow for him. Because as I put in my newsletter, I grew up without a father. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if he died. I don't know if he disappeared. His leaving is very non-clear in my life, right? And I know there are people out there that have this experience too. And I shared in my newsletter that I didn't always like Father's Day when it came at the end of school and we were making dad's gifts, because I didn't know what to say. And they'd say, oh, just pick an uncle. Pick a man that's like your dad. But that wasn't, it was okay. And the person that I gave my card to, I'm sure appreciated it. I honestly don't remember. But what I do know is that I always felt sad, like I was missing out on something. And it wasn't until I got older that I decided I have a dad. He might not be the dad that my best friend had, whose dad who put training wheels on their bikes and made sure they were okay and taught them how to drive and did all that. And to me, in my eyes, he is an amazing man, right? And I would always wish that was my story. But we can't always control what's happened to us in our lives. But we can control how we heal from it and how we grow from it and how we celebrate it. So today, first of all, if you have that dad in your life that you are in, please let him know. Let him know, okay? For those of us that really don't know about our dads and don't know a whole lot about our fathers, we can still celebrate. Now, I had an amazing grandma, my dad's mom, who knew that it was important to me to know her son. So she created this beautiful photo album for me. And I'm going to share it and she actually put some things in there that was important. My dad was in the military, he was a Marine, and she showed me his report card, which was nice to see because then I could look at, oh, that's me. I discovered that my dad loved horses. Well, my oldest daughter was one who really got into horses. I had all my children learn how to ride horse and be involved too. But what I discovered then was that I could say, Dad, thank you. Even though you weren't here, even though I don't know anything about you, my daughter loves horses and my family is okay to be around them. So Dad, thank you for that gift. And that is my first statement in my letter to him. And you might be saying, well, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Isn't that painful? Well, first of all, I found that if we're willing to embrace our pain, we're willing to heal. And what I found from doing this is that I no longer feel left out. I no longer feel left out. And the beauty of not knowing your dad is that you get to create in him the things that you believe that you got from him that was really, really good. We don't, so many people tell us when our fathers aren't involved in our lives, well, they're a jerk or they're a bad person. We don't know. We honestly don't know. And I always believe that no matter how bad somebody is, there's also a good side to them. And there's a good side to you. So embrace that goodness that your father brought to you and really look at it. I'm looking at these pictures and I see that my dad loved to swim. My children and I love to swim. That came from me too, right? Because our DNA is passed on to us, whether we want to believe it or not. I have a lot of similarities about my dad, and I didn't know him, and I never even got this book until I was in college. So nobody shared with me, oh, you're like your father. Nobody shared any of that with me. I've had to do this whole self-discovery of my dad. It's okay for you to do this. Really embrace this day coming up is a day of life. Sunday is a day of life, right? We can't have a child without a mother and a father. That union creates a child. And that child, whether that dad is present or not, he's still your dad, right? I tell my children all the time, he's still your dad. He's still your dad. Might not be the dad that you wished he would be, but embrace the dad he was at that point, right? He gave you life. You have a beautiful life. He gave you these beautiful things, so embrace that. Really look for the good in your dad, or what you believe is the good in your father. If you don't know, you don't know, so why not make it better? Why not use that imagination? I'm telling you, it's very, very healing, and it's a very good thing to do. As I'm looking, my father, like I said, was in the military, and so I'm very proud of that, right? And then I had a son that went into the military. So how fun is that, Really, as I'm looking through this, I'm so excited to make him a card. And then you can put your card in a special box, and someday, I had a picture fall out of here, you will be able to embrace that. Now, if you have a dad that's in your life and whatever, I highly recommend making him a photo album. This next year, it's too late this year, but start on Father's Day taking pictures of him and you and your families or whatever, and create a photo album for them. You can easily do it on Shutterfly. Those books on Shutterfly are beautiful. And make a Father's Day book for your dad of all your memories, and be heartfelt. We aren't heartfelt enough. We don't use our emotions in the correct way. But I'm telling you, you want to get to your dad's heart, say, Dad, swimming was the greatest thing you taught me, because I now feel safe in the water and I can take my children in the water. Or I want to pass this on to my children. Or, hey, Dad, thank you so much for. Really, really, really get to the heart of the matter, and you're going to have the best Father's Day ever. Everyone is. That's how we celebrate happy, healthy homes, is when we get to the heart of the matter, our home explodes with greatness, and then the outside becomes as beautiful as the inside. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Dads, happy Father's Day. Enjoy everything you've created with your family. Love on them. Open your arms. Be open to all the good that's coming to you. Don't back off and say, oh, it's not that good. Yes, stand in your confidence. You're a good dad. Enjoy that. Embrace it. And be grateful for all the things you've done for your children. And just know, and if maybe your children haven't said anything to you about Father's Day, or they're not the greatest at celebrating, you celebrate, because you know you did a good job with them. And eventually they're going to come around and you're going to be showered with more gifts than you ever could imagine. How do I know this? Because my children now celebrate Mother's Day in unbelievable ways that I never even dreamed would happen. And it's because when I started to heal, they began to heal. And they began to see the goodness of really celebrating the inner selves, ourselves, staying true to that, and it rose them up. So I want you to have a happy, healthy Father's Day. Go out, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. You can even celebrate for the whole week if you want. Start celebrating today if you want. But remember, you are amazing. You're your child's hero. Go out and have a great day. Love you guys. Take care.